Hey guys, it's Carl here from wolfofficial.com. I have a very special tribute today. I'm going to share with you some really important secret, and it's about self-discipline. So, today obviously is about self-discipline, but I don't want to come across as saying that I'm the most perfect self-disciplined person in the world, first and foremost, because I'm not. But I will be so humble to say that I have come a long way, and it's worth mentioning. And I don't want to keep it to myself. We all know how that is. So I just want to share with you the best way I can. Self-discipline is not in a nutshell by any means. It takes a lot of courage, it takes a lot of commitment, but once you master it, I guess, the art of self-discipline, you can do a lot of things. Now, just touching on just scratching the surface here, when you, for example, when you're learning something new, something that is requiring a lot of technicality and a lot of research and a lot of time and a lot of information. It just requires a lot of you. For example, if you're learning to build an airplane, all right, or if you're probably pretty experienced if you're building an airplane, but if you're building an airplane, sometimes we get caught up in the daily grind, and we don't know what to do next. It's very common. So when we're building our airplane, okay, we often feel like there is so much knowledge out there, and that it can be very overwhelming. All right, that's very natural. So when there's a lot of knowledge and a lot of knowledge out there, and it's not easy to pick and choose. And what you have to do is you have to look inside yourself. Easier said than done, by a long shot. Because what you're doing essentially with self-discipline is you're ranking things in a higher order of importance. To me, self-discipline is number one priority. If you can't discipline yourself, others will do it for you. It's basic. And alright, so having said that, if you can't discipline yourself, others will. Alright, think about that for a second. So when it comes to being told what to do, for example at a job, or telling somebody what to do, there's two totally different feelings associated with telling versus being told. Now, what end do you want to be on? Do you want to be told, or do you want to be telling? So obviously, there's more gray area there, but what I'm getting at, though, is you can make your dreams come true. You can achieve a lot of things. There's possibilities beyond your reach. And, well, I might have said that different. There's possibilities out there that you can go and get. They're not beyond your reach. You can get anything you want. You just have to discipline yourself. It's not about motivation. I'll just say that right now. It's not about motivating yourself to do things. That will come with self-discipline. Self-discipline is kind of the long way approach of looking at getting things done. Alright? Trust me, guys, I've been there. It sucks. It's hard. It's a lot of steering around like sailing a boat. And the more time goes on, the more you just feel like, man, I'm really catching on. Like, I'm really learning a lot. But I keep falling into this trap. And this trap is, like, drugs, alcohol, sex, fear. There's so many different, people that you'll meet in your life. And it's just ridiculous, how if you spend your time with any one of these given people, they will change you. They will take everything from you. Or they may just give you everything, But more or less, I personally have trust issues. So I don't really trust a lot of people in what they say. And I mean, yeah, it's on a case by case. It's a case by case thing. But for the most part, I'm pretty cautious, just because I know I have a hard work ethic and quite a deal of self-discipline. But so just saying, like, if you don't imagine, if you will, if you just met somebody new and interesting, right, and you start spending a little bit of time with them, all of a sudden that little bit of time becomes a little bit more time, and before you know it, you start adopting some of their characteristics as an individual. Those characteristics are going to rub off on you, essentially. And what happens is they start using some of your money, right? Because you got to eat. They're around you, and all of a sudden the conversation comes up like, hey, let's go get something to eat. Okay, who's buying, you know? Or maybe you're not. Maybe you are buying for both of you. But you get the idea. Eventually, sometime down the line, you're going to pay for somebody's meal, and then it's going to turn into something else that you're buying. So you can see quickly how people's money can be taken so quickly just by who you hang out with. So imagine, if you will, if you had discipline. Imagine if you had the discipline to say, no, I'll wait, you know, or anything along the lines. Like, I'm not going to waste my money right now on something. I'm going to spend it on something else later on. That's just from personal experience too, by the way. So that's just an example of having self-discipline. Now, that is just one of many things. You see, it's kind of a weird thing. If you can discipline yourself, others won't have to. Meaning that if you can just discipline yourself to not have everything right now, later on, all the answers are in front of you. It's like all the questions have been answered. It is so weird, you guys. I'm not kidding. It is so weird. It's like the more you discipline yourself, the more you go through those lonely nights. You know, thinking, man, if I could just do this, or, you know, I have the money to do this. Why don't I just do that? Well, you know what? It's discipline that's going to get you. It's discipline that's going to get you where you need to go. I promise. The happiness will come before it's going to suck, because you're gonna want these things right now. You're gonna want to do this. You're gonna want to, you know, you're just gonna want to do so many things. But if you have self-discipline, and the more you self-discipline yourself, the more you're going to get better at self-disciplining yourself. And then people are going to start looking at you in a different way, because you have something that you're able to conquer. You're able to conquer yourself. And when you conquer yourself, nobody can take that away from you, because you're constantly, when you're working on yourself, you're constantly, when you're self-disciplining yourself, you are constantly aware of what you say, what you think, and what you do. I mean, I'm not saying you always know, but you're able to restrain yourself from impulsive behavior. You're able to go into the darkness, essentially, and come out on the light end. And you're gonna make it. You're gonna do great things. If I would have known discipline, self-discipline back then, I probably would have been a lot further than I am today. Not saying that I'm not really far right now, because I do think I am. Alright? But if I would have done some of these, if I would have been more self-disciplined, for example, in high school, I envy some of those guys that knew what they were doing in high school. Like the ones who were, I was on the wrestling team and stuff like that. And, you know, I was doing my thing. I was learning some disciplinary things like that in high school. But at the same time, I wish I would have hit the books, not the school books, harder. I wish I would have started my business earlier. Yeah, I started it at 16 years old, but at the same, I wish that I would have learned more stuff at an earlier age. Like, I wish I would have been more, I don't know, maybe I'm just selling myself short here. But what I'm saying is self-discipline. I don't think I was as self-disciplined as I could have been when I was in high school. And even before that, I just, it's a part of growing up, but self-discipline it's your ticket, man. Take it. Self-discipline is your way of getting everything you've ever wanted. People will look at you differently. They'll say, wow, this guy has some character, there's just something about him, and you'll know because it's going to suck. You'll know because it's going to suck. You're going to be going through so many nights until it gets easier and easier and easier. You're going to be wishing that you could just have that, whatever desire it is that you know that you shouldn't be doing, but you do it anyway on impulse, or in the moment type stuff. And then you're gonna come out alive. You're gonna come out vibrant. You're gonna say to yourself, "Man, I cannot believe that I accomplished that." Trust me, it's the best thing in the world. Is being really happy. You gotta ask yourself what real happiness is. And you're gonna find it. But I'm telling you, write it down. I don't recommend tattooing it to you. Okay? Do not go and tattoo it on you. But, just remember self-discipline, if anything. Remember that you need to discipline yourself because nobody else is going to do it for you. Alright? They will not discipline you. I can almost guarantee it. You need to go and seek out discipline. If you can discipline yourself, it's a funny thing. No, they don't even teach it. Nobody teaches discipline. I mean, you got like certain military, things, but nobody think about it. Do they teach it in high school? No. They don't teach you. They don't even teach you money in high school. Not that anything's wrong with school, okay? Stay in school. But they don't teach it. They don't preach it like they should. Okay, so focus on disciplining yourself, alright? So other than that, I think this is pretty much over. I've just let you in on something really, something that I've been working on lately. And I think it's going to work for you too. So I want you to practice on your self-discipline. Talk to you soon, guys. Go to wolfofficial.com, subscribe to the email list, and like, share, see what else is there. Just kind of check out the new interface. Like, my site's mobile friendly now. You can buy beats and songs pretty much right there. So I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.